Okay, good morning. So, we're going to spend some time reading magazine articles over the next week with Readathon because magazine articles are amazing. It's a whole world and there's great stuff to find. So, we're going to focus a little bit on reading comprehension and reading skills. I have a plan. It's right above me. I'll get me out of the way first. Let's take it over. So we're going to read an article together in just a moment, but I want to talk about what you're going to do when you read articles this week, because sometimes it can be hard to understand articles. Look at the bottom. It says you can read difficult things if you break it down one piece at a time. So let's start with just 1 and 2 to begin. Let's go simple. Think about what you already know before you read. Yes, look at the title, see what it's on, and think about what you already know. Really good readers who are fast and this is no problem. That's what they do. They stop, go, this is what I already know. Very important step. Let's go one more. Then just actually start to read. There we go. But sometimes you have to hang on some lines. You have to read and reread parts. You got to do some of the work. That's where kids are like, nah, I don't want to. Too much work. Sometimes you have to. And I feel like I've watched students get overwhelmed. They're like, if I'm putting this much work into one line, this is going to be 6 hours before I'm done with this stinking article. No, it's not like that. You can get what you need often from small sections. So you want to read, reread, stop and ask yourself the question, just like it says, did I understand? Before going on. Seems simple, but my whole bit here is to just reassure you, you can do it. Don't think it's too much work. Don't say, I can't. As a teacher, I've heard, I can't do this, like so many times. And I'm like, first thing you have to start doing is don't say that I can't do a thing, because everybody has a beginner phase with everything. Okay, article time. This is the article. It's on criminal conduct. I thought it was really important for Theodore Boone. It's straight up from Encyclopedia Britannica. And it basically is the definition of criminal law. Criminal conduct, criminal law. What is a crime in our society? How do courts work? You are accused of a crime in criminal court, not civil court. So it's got 4 sections. Your assignment is to read this and to take away 4 main ideas. On the read to learn instructions, that's actually number 3. Can you name main ideas? Can you read? Name main ideas. Okay, you got it. Whoa. Sorry, still learning how to use my software here. Okay, article. Let's jump right in. Section 1. Right above my head. Boom. A crime is defined as such by law. Here, I'm going to move this down right above my head so you know exactly. There we go. That's a method. What's above my head? A crime is defined as such by law. So, boom, there we are right away, moving into the confusing stuff that you have to reread. I, as an adult and a very good reader, had to read that one a couple times. And that's what happens sometimes. A crime is defined as such by law? What do you mean? Okay, think about it. A crime, the definition of a crime is the law that says it's against the law. A crime is defined as being a crime by the law that says it's against the law. It's a crime. So I know I just said a whole mouthful. It was really confusing. But if you look at it, it says this is the first principle of legality, and it's the keystone. It's like the absolute basis of criminal law. The whole area of criminal law is based on this one big idea. So you want to talk about main ideas. This happens often. Sometimes they go, pow, big main idea right at the beginning, and then the rest of it's all details. So again, it's saying, what is a crime? A crime is something that says, a law says you can't do this. If there's a law against it, it's a crime. Seems simple. You're like, whatever, that's so simple. But when you're arguing things, this can become very important. This principle directs that laws defining offenses be clear and strictly interpreted. That means the laws have to be written really clear, and they have to be interpreted very clearly. So I think our first main idea is, what is a crime? Something that's against the law. I'm going to jump to, if you look at the detail of that first section, right above my head, it says also, it forbids the application of the law retroactively, meaning a law must have been in effect at the time the crime was committed. In other words, and this is in the Constitution, you can't make something against the law and then said, hey, you did this thing that's against the law last year, so now you have committed a crime. No. It has to be against the law at the time somebody did whatever is against the law. Detail. So, details versus main ideas. If you remember, I said you have to walk away with main ideas, because then the details kind of hang. So, you might remember what I just said about it being retroactive, but I think the main idea here, again, for this first section, and there's only 4, so hang in there, is something is a crime if there is a law stating that it is a crime. Look at this. Jump right in. Legal systems traditionally do not allow double jeopardy. Now you can look that up if you needed to. I needed to. Double jeopardy, and it says, meaning prosecuting someone more than once for the same offense. And that is what's going on with Pete Duffy. They're like, if the jury gives a verdict of not guilty, they can't bring it back. That would be called double jeopardy. So I think what we're learning here is that there can be a lot of thick, hard, difficult words, but sometimes the main ideas really jump out in small places. So main idea number 2, legal systems and our legal system does not allow prosecuting someone twice for the same thing. You've been found not guilty, you're not guilty. A detail of that, if you notice, I put, it is possible at times for individuals to be tried essentially for the same act in 2 different jurisdictions. So in other words, somebody can be tried in a state court and somebody can be then tried for violation of civil rights. The O.J. Simpson murder trial, he was found not guilty, but then the family took him to civil court for wrongful death, and they won. So that was not double jeopardy, but was being tried in 2 different courts. A detail, the main idea again here is legal systems and our legal system do not allow double jeopardy. All systems of laws have statutes of limitation. A statute is a law, and a limitation means there's a limit. And if you see, it says, it gives the definition right here. Laws that restrict the length of time in which legal proceedings may be brought against a person. So main idea number 3 is you can't bring somebody to court beyond a certain time after the crime has gone. Such statutes are enacted to protect against stale claims. Gotta love that. It's right above my head. After evidence has been lost, memories have faded, witnesses have died or disappeared. The periods vary depending on the seriousness of the offense In German law, for instance, periods range from 3 months for petty misdemeanors to 30 years for crimes involving a life sentence. In many countries, including ours, there's no statute of limitations on serious crimes like murder. Main idea to take away: all systems of law have statutes of limitation, or time. You rob a bank 30 years ago, they finally figured out you robbed a bank. They can't bring you to trial for it. It's been too long. Last one. Legal systems also define what courts specific crimes will be prosecuted. Right above my head. Do you see it? In the United States, such crimes as murder, arson, rape, burglary, robbery, and shoplifting, quite a list, huh? Are prosecuted in state or local courts. When I read that, I was astounded. I was like, what? All those big crimes are prosecuted in local courts. Well, that's what we're seeing in Theodore Boone. Kid lawyer. They're prosecuting this, Pete Duffy is accused of murder. Where is his trial? Stattenberg City County Court, local courts. In the United States, isn't that amazing? For a crime to be dealt with in federal court, it must be an offense against federal law, or it must come to the federal court as a result of an appeal or decision. So anyway, so you can't go to larger courts unless it was against a law that was set by the big federal overall government. So the federal government means the president, the Congress, etc., not state government. States usually set their own laws. So for something to be tried in a federal court, it has to be on the books as federal law against, the United States government. I think counterfeiting money fits that. That is not a local law. That's a law from the United States government. You can't make our money, right? That's what they're saying. So if you make their money, that's against the federal government. That would go to a federal court. Anyway, main idea. So you got to read and reread for main ideas. Main idea here: in the United States, such crimes as, quite a list, murder, arson, rape, burglary, robbery, shoplifting, are prosecuted in local courts. Amazing. Okay. So, our object here was to read, think about what we know, read carefully and break things down, come away with main ideas. I ask you to write 4. Normally, I put 4 on the screen. Today, I'm going to ask you to do a little work. I'm going to state them again, so you can stop the video and write them out if you need to. Main idea 1. A crime is defined as such by law. A crime is a crime because there's a law saying it's a crime. A crime is the breaking of a law. God, that's such a mouthful, isn't it? We're trying to do simple main ideas. Simple main idea number 1. A crime is defined by a law saying it's a crime. A crime, the definition of a crime is there is a law saying you can't do that. God, I'm really having trouble here saying it simply. If you need to, just put a crime is defined as such by law. That's fine. Main idea 1. A crime is defined as such by law. Those pauses are important, aren't they? That's why you've got to read things sometimes a few times, and other times you go whiz fast, and then sometimes you got to stop. A crime is defined as such by law. Oh, so if there's a law against it, that's what makes it a crime. Okay, that's enough. Main idea 1. Main idea 2. Write this down. Legal systems do not allow double jeopardy. Ours especially. It's in the Constitution. Main idea 2. So again, main idea 1, a crime is defined as such by law. Main idea 2, legal systems do not allow double jeopardy. Main idea 3, all legal systems have statutes of limitation, or times where the ability to say someone's guilty runs out. Main idea number 4, in the United States, lots of crimes, even big ones, felonies, such as murder, arson, burglary, robbery, shoplifting, are prosecuted in local courts. Wow. Okay. Main idea 1, a crime is defined as such by law. Main idea 2, legal systems do not allow double jeopardy. Main idea 3, all systems have statutes of limitation. Main idea 4, felonies are tried in local courts. I'm not typing them out because you guys need to be able to listen and type. It's an actual standard in the California state standards. So stop the video if you need to and roll back over. Type those out. 4 things that we walked away from this article. Thank you.